yogis, I hope you're well. Today is a lovely practice for your psoas muscle. So your psoas muscle is a deep hip flexor muscle, often referred to as the bridge between the trunk and the legs. It allows you to get your knees into your tummy. It allows you to bend at the hip. It also helps to hold you upright, and it's in constant use pretty much. So if you have a job where you're sitting a lot, or if you run a lot, or anything, this muscle works. Now, the psoas muscle is often referred to as a muscle that is linked to your emotions. So when you release your psoas, it often brings up old emotions. So just something to be aware of. And in turn of that, your muscles and emotions are linked. So how you move matters. So move with a loving kindness towards yourself. Move in a way that feels good to you. It might not necessarily mirror what this video is asking you to do, but really be aware of how you're moving, what feels good, what doesn't. If something doesn't feel good, don't do it, back off or make adjustments. Be really mindful of the positions, as you always should be. So with that, we're going to come onto our backs. We're going to get really comfortable, and we're going to just take time here to connect to our breath. So create a little bit of space between your feet, create a little bit of space between your hands and your body. Tuck the chin ever so slightly so the neck is nice and long. Let the shoulders relax into the earth, let the hips relax. Let the heels relax also. With that, close the eyes. And I'm going to let you just breathe, whether that be through the nose or the mouth. Absolutely your choice. Taking a moment here just to notice how the breath is today. Is it quite shallow and laboured? Is it high up in the chest? Perhaps it's already starting to signal that you're ready to relax, to go inwards, just by gently deepening the breath. Maybe breathing through the nose. Can you let your body become heavy? Awareness of the front of the body expanding on the inhale, and then on the exhale, an awareness of the body just sinking down into the earth, and letting the earth be there to cradle you. Become aware of those natural pauses in between the inhales and the exhales. So that slight pause of the breath as the inhale turns around into the exhale. And then that slight pause as the exhale turns around into the inhale. And then you might bring your complete awareness to those pauses. Your complete awareness to the silence in between the breaths. You might notice that those pauses become longer. You might really let yourself focus on the stillness and the silence of those pauses, the emptiness. Now don't rush this time. Noticing that when the mind has something to focus on, especially the breath, your body becomes soft. Your body becomes relaxed. Maybe the breath elongates. I'm going to leave you for a minute or so with this breath. When you're ready, bat the eyelids open. You're going to draw one knee over the hip and then the other knee over the hip. Lift your tailbone a bit so you can snuggle that lower back into the mat and just get used to this position. Shoulders are still heavy. You're going to bring your hands to your knees and then from there circles with the knees, opposing circles. So letting the knees come apart from one another and then drawing together, really working into that hip joint. Lovely, and then when you've got that motion, you can close the eyes once more. Taking your time, and then reverse. Lovely, nice big circles. Lovely. Then knees draw into the belly. Give yourself a nice hug. A big squeeze. And then make your way, however you want to get there, all the way through to tabletop position. Now I'm going to come in a different position on my mat just so you can see what I'm doing, but you can stay lengthways. We're going to come to a nice tabletop position, knees under the hips, wrists under the shoulders. Lovely. So from tabletop, we're going to take the right foot nice and long, toes onto the earth, press the heel away, just 2 breaths here. Finding that nice stretch through the calf. And then exhale, bring that right foot all the way over to the left side. Take a look over your left shoulder to your right heel, finding that lovely stretch in the right side body. Breathe deep to exaggerate that. And then on your next exhale, right foot travels all the way round to the right side. Press that right foot into the earth, so you've got a nice extension through the inner thigh. Then from there, inhale, drop the belly, cow pose. Exhale, round through, chin to chest. Lovely, keep moving. Inhale, dropping the belly, exaggerating the sit bones, shining up towards the sky. Rounding through. Lovely, one more time. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round through. And then a nice neutral spine. From here, use your centre, use your core muscles to come all the way up. Inhale to reach. Exhale, right hand to right thigh. Nice side bend here, over to the right. Reach with your left hand, try not to collapse through the neck. Lift that left ear up towards the left bicep. Big, big stretch. And then exhale, rain it all the way down. Come all the way back through. Bring that right foot, right knee back under the hip. Take a rest off of the wrists if you need to here. If not, reset yourself up for a really great tabletop position. And then extend that left foot. Press the heel away here. Remember, we're not collapsing down onto the earth, we're pressing the earth away. Drawing the belly in to support the body. And then bring that left foot all the way through to the right side. Look over your right shoulder to that left heel. A nice big opening through the left side body this time. And then left foot all the way round to the left side. Press the left foot into the earth. On an inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round through. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round through. Lovely, one more time. Inhale, drop the belly. Really round the sit bones up. And then really round them down. Tuck the chin to the chest. Come through to a nice natural position. Walk your hands back. Use your tummy muscles to get there. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, left hand to left thigh. Right hand opens all the way up here. Nice side bend. Right ear to right bicep. And then exhale, release everything down. Come back down to your nice tabletop position. Knees back under the hips. Take a deep, deep breath. Then drop your elbows where your hands were. Walk your knees all the way back. We're coming all the way onto the belly. Sphinx pose. Press into the tops of the feet. Press into the pubic bone. Draw the shoulders down the back body. Lift the chin ever so slightly. So we've got that nice length happening in the front body here. Beautiful. From here, we're going to come into a plank. Keep your toes, or keep the tops of your feet on the earth. You're going to lift the hips, stretching through the front of the feet here, starting to warm into the belly. You'll feel the quads start to work. Welcome that shake, welcome that heat. Deep, deep breath in, exhale to release. Back to Sphinx, just for one breath. And then press yourself all the way back up to tabletop position. Take a moment here. Then we're going to take the right leg nice and long. Press the heel away, extend through the heel. Deep, deep breath in. As you exhale, bring it through for a nice lunge. Take your time. If you need to use that hand to get it there, use the hand. Big reach all the way up and over. Squeeze into the center here. Breathe deep. Just shift your hips back a little bit so you're nice and stacked, your tailbone's tucked under, you're not dumping all of your weight in your hips. We're building strength as well as releasing the psoas. Lovely, exhale, release, beautiful. Lift that back knee. We're going to bring that left foot in about halfway for a nice little pyramid variation. But today what I want you to do is to keep the left heel lifted. Lift your hips nice and high. Don't collapse all round through the back. If you need to just come onto your fingertips to lengthen through the back, you can. Lift the hips nice and high. Get my words out. You might feel a nice lengthening down the right hamstring. Beautiful, breathe. And then on your next exhale, plant your palms, step that left foot back to your lunge. Yogi's choice to keep this knee lifted, or you can drop it down. Inhale, big reach up, settle into it. So bring your hips back, bend that back knee to begin with, and then you can extend through that heel. Beautiful, breathe. And then exhale, release everything down, plant your palms, drop that back knee, step back, tabletop position. So take time to set up for the second side. We don't have to rush into it. But when you're ready, left leg goes nice and long, press the heel away. Good. From here, bring that left foot all the way through for your lunge. When you're there, inhale, big reach. Sit your hips back just a little bit so everything's nice and stacked. We're building strength. And then exhale, release everything down. Lift that back knee. Step the right foot up about halfway, keeping the heels lifted, keeping that back nice and flat, making any adjustments that you need to. If you need to bend the knees, slightly bend the knees, but then peel that left hip crease back. Beautiful, just breathe. Lovely, from here, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, bend that front knee, step that right foot back, knee lifted, or knee drop to the floor, inhale, big reach up. Bend that back knee first, so you get your centre underneath you, then you can extend through that back heel. Big, big reach. Lovely, exhale, release everything down, plant your palms, step that left foot back for a plank. Heels extended to the back edge of the mat here. Shoulders away from the ears. Deep breath in again. Exhale, release your knees. Release all the way down to your belly. Little baby cobra. Exhale, release. Make your way back to tabletop position. And then make your way all the way to down dog. Lift your hips nice and high. From here, take any movement that you need to take. And then left heel is going to drop into the earth, right heel is going to lift. Bend the right knee. One big circle, nice and slow, one way. And then take that circle the other way. And we're going to do that once more. Inhale, big circle one way. Circle the other way. And then step that right foot through all the way for a lunge. Take your time, settle in. Then from here we're going to pivot on that back foot. Right forearm is going to come to right thigh. Left arm is going to open from the heel, so draw it up, rotate through the whole of that thoracic spine. Big, big reach. If you want a little bit more, right hand can come to the earth, or fingertips can just hover on the earth, pressing through that left outside foot. So a couple of options. You can release the fingertips to hover above the earth, or that right forearm on that right thigh. Lovely, deep, deep breath in. As you exhale, you're going to come all the way up, warrior two. Beautiful, breathe, settle into it. Front leg is working hard. Tummy's drawn in. Take a couple of breaths, settle in. Then when you're ready, straighten through that front leg, flip the palm of the right hand, left hand to the left thigh, right hand travels all the way back, front leg straight, or soft anyway, we're not locking out with the knee. Breathe nice and deep. And then exhale, pivot all the way back through to your lunge, take up space as you come down, plant the palms, step back to down dog. Beautiful. Take any movement you need. And then weight into the right heel, left heel lifts. Bend that left knee. Inhale, big circle one way. Exhale, circle the other way. Take your time. Inhale, big circle. One more each way. Really work into that hip. And then step it through for your lunge. Beautiful. Draw the shoulders away. Take a moment. Set up. So draw your belly in. Support it through the centre. Squeeze your inner thighs together so you've got steadiness. Pivot on that back foot. This time left forearm to left thigh. Then right hand from the heel peels all the way up. Rotate, turn. Big reach. You can take left fingertips down to hover on the earth, or you can keep it nice and soft and supported. Absolutely your choice. Press through the outside edge of that right foot. And then deep, deep breath in, up to warrior two. Use your legs, use your centre. Big reach, take time, settle in. And then let the breath settle. Lovely. Flip that left palm. Big reach forward. Exhale, take it back. Straighten through that left leg. Big reach. Heart up towards the sky. Just breathing. See if you can take the body open just a bit more. And then when you're ready, bring it all the way down. Lunge. Lovely. From here, palms to the earth, step back plank. Beautiful. Just take a moment here. Drop the knees, release all the way down to the belly, onto the tops of the feet. Press into the tops of the feet, the pubic bone. Light on the hands though. Lift the upper body by drawing the shoulders back down. And then exhale, release. Sit yourself all the way back, child's pose. Your version. Notice the breath. Can you let the breath calm down again if it's slightly raised? How are you feeling on a physical level? How are you feeling on an emotional level? Lovely, deep breath in. Bring yourself back up to tabletop position. Then all the way up to down dog. This next transition can be done from tabletop. So if this one isn't for you, drop the knees, bring it all the way back from tabletop position. Deep breath in. Full exhale. Left heel drops, right heel lifts. Deep breath in here, and then exhale, you're going to draw that right knee all the way through. Drop it onto the earth nice and safely. Gently place yourself down for your pigeon variation. So you've got a couple of options. You can bring that right foot all the way out. You can tuck it in towards the left hip, or you can bring that right heel all the way under that right hip. Lift through the body. So don't feel that because you've landed in one place, that's where you need to stay. Lovely. Take a look over your right shoulder. Take a look over your left shoulder. Lift your chest and then sink. Only if it feels good. It might be down to elbows. You might be able to get nice and flat, forehead to the earth. 5 rounds of breath here. Now with love and awareness, walk your hands back, lift your chest one more time, shoulders draw down the back body. Now you can step it back to tabletop position, or you can tuck those back toes under, you can come back to down dog, or you can come all the way back to 3-leg dog, lifting that heel nice and high, and then exhale, bring that right foot to the outside of the right hand. A nice little lizard variation here. If you're in tabletop, step that foot up to the outside of the right hand. You can stay here with that knee lifted. You can drop that knee. In actual fact, everyone drop that knee. We'll open up the hip just a little bit more. So from here, left hand under left shoulder. Right hand's going to open up for a twist. And then right hand is going to come to the right knee, open through the chest, think cobra here, a nice swoop up the front body. Use that right hand to gently nudge that right knee out, only to a point of comfort. Look up. Lovely, release. Walk that right foot back in, frame that right foot, come back to tabletop or down dog, your choice. Lovely, step in, make any movement that you need to make. And then right heel's going to drop, left heel will lift. If you're in tabletop, extend that left foot, and then everyone's going to bring that left knee all the way in for their pigeon variation. Take your time to get settled in. Lift the chest. Don't forget your options. Maybe you might want a little pillow. If you're at home, you can pop a pillow under that left hip just to lift the hips a little bit more. Lie on the fingertips. Lovely. Take a look over that left shoulder. We're pressing into the top of that right foot. Take a look over your right shoulder. Back to centre, and then exhale, release. Onto the elbows, onto the forearms, onto the third eye if it's available to you. Beautiful, breathe. 5 breaths. See if you can relax. Take any option that you need to. You can stack the fists. Forehead to the fists. And slowly walk your fingers back, your hands back, lift the chest once more. Option for tabletop or down dog or 3-leg dog, all the way back up. And then bring that left foot all the way to the outside of that left hand, dropping that back knee. Take a moment to get comfortable in this nice lizard variation. Try not to drop through the hips. Lift the hips up, squeezing the inner thighs in still. Right hand under right shoulder, a nice open twist here. Left hand opens up and then gently onto that left knee. Cobra in the upper body, gently coaxing that knee out. Breathe, smile. Lovely. Come back down, frame that left foot by walking it in. Plant the palms, tuck the toes under, tabletop or down dog, your choice. Take a moment just to breathe. Work through any tension. And then deep breath in. If you're in down dog, release all the way down to tabletop. Swing your legs around all the way onto your back. Knees into the belly straight away. Apanasana. Nose to the knees if you want. Or you can keep it nice and relaxed. Keep the chin tucked. Beautiful, just breathe. Then from here we're going to take the hands all the way out to the side in line with the shoulders, knees above the hips, deep, deep breath in. As you exhale, let the knees drop all the way down to the right side. 5 big breaths here, close the eyes, you might look over that left shoulder. On your next inhale, use your abdominals to come all the way back to centre, and then on the exhale, knees drop to the left. Look over that right shoulder. 5 big breaths here. Inhale all the way back to centre, use your abdominals. Exhale, knees to tummy, give yourself a nice hug, perhaps a gentle sway side to side. Deep, deep breath in, a full exhale, then stretch yourself out nice and long. Feet apart, hands away from the body. Shavasana. When you're ready, find a nice, comfortable position. Try not to force the perfect posture, but make sure that the spine is nice and straight. The chin is ever so slightly tucked, and imagine that you're lifting up through the top of your head. And now soften your gaze or gently close your eyes and take a long, slow inhale through your nose and exhale completely through your mouth. And then take another long, slow inhale through your nose, and this time when you exhale completely, gently part your lips and maybe sigh the breath out. And repeat that just a couple more times. Relaxing through your feet, your ankles, relaxing your knees and your hip joints. Relaxing your pelvis, your abdomen, your lower back. Relaxing your chest, your upper back, your shoulders and neck. And let that relaxation ripple right down to the fingertips. And then relax your face, relax your eyes, relax your brow, and then relax your mind. And now gently bring your lips together and allow your breath to return to normal. Find a place in your abdomen where you feel your breath the most. Focus on breathing right into your belly, and then stay with this sensation for several breaths. Still letting the body be relaxed. And then on your next inhale, imagine the spot in your belly is opening up to pull a rush of air down into the bottom of your lungs. You might feel that this breath is very deep and very satisfying. And then on the next exhale that follows, feel your abdomen squeeze in and push the air out up through your lungs, your chest, your throat and your nose. Inhale again from the bottom of your belly. And repeat the same exhale. Each breath should be long and slow. Each breath should be deep and powerful. And don't rush, take your time. And stay with this breathing pattern for a couple of minutes here. Really drawing the inhale into the bottom of your belly. And then feeling that squeeze of the tummy as it pushes the air out. Maintain your focus on the sensation of each belly breath. If thoughts arise, acknowledge them without judgment, and then let them pass. Coming back to the focus of the sensation of each belly breath. And it doesn't matter how many times your mind wanders, just come back. Try not to let the body tense around the breath. creating that softness and lightness within the rest of the body. And that strong focus on the belly breath. And when you feel ready, slowly allow your breath to return to its natural rhythm. And take time with this process, noticing how you feel. Noticing how the breath feels. And take a moment also to consider how simply breathing with more focus and intention can cause significant shifts in how you feel. Namaste.